Honda's new engine upgrade is projected to give Aston Martin a potential 40-50 bpp power boost and a rumored 0.8-second lap time advantage, but the real-world impact may be significantly lower according to insiders. As the team prepares for a critical mid-season shift, questions remain about whether this update will truly transform their season, or if it's just the beginning of a longer-term strategy. Aston Martin's struggles in the 2026 season have been largely attributed to the mismatch between their chassis and Honda's power unit. This misalignment has led to reliability issues and underperformance, particularly on circuits with long straights like Monza. Adrian Newey's statement about needing to redesign significant parts of the AMR26 to accommodate Honda's engine highlights the extent of the integration challenges. The upcoming Zandvoort Grand Prix marks a pivotal moment for Aston Martin as they debut this much anticipated engine upgrade. However, while the team and press are optimistic, doubts persist within the paddock about whether the gains will match expectations. Motor Biscuit's analysis questions if the rumored improvements are realistic, suggesting that actual benefits may fall short of the 40-50 bhpp figure. What remains unclear is whether this engine upgrade serves as a temporary fix or sets the stage for Aston Martin's longer-term strategy in 2027. As teams gear up for next year's regulatory changes, Newey emphasizes that the AMR27 architecture has already begun to take shape, positioning the team to be more competitive from the start of the new rules era. The tension between Honda and Aston Martin's public optimism and the skepticism voiced by insiders creates a complex narrative around this critical update. Will the engine upgrade prove to be a game-changer for Aston Martin's 2026 season, or will it merely serve as a stepping stone towards future success? Amidst the swirl of conjecture and speculation, it's Adrian Newey who stands out as a pivotal figure in Aston Martin's efforts to turn things around. In an interview with Yahoo Sports, he described his team's approach for 2027. We're trying to take a step-by-step process rather than just rushing into something, reflecting a cautious but determined stance. The FIA's refusal to intervene on behalf of Aston Martin adds another layer of complexity. Newey's comments have been interpreted as an attempt to shift the blame onto Honda, despite his public statements emphasizing collaboration and mutual support. This tension between internal team dynamics and external perceptions is likely to play out over the remainder of the season. Drivers like Sergio Perez are also in the spotlight, with Planet F1 reporting that he sees improvements on the horizon. We're working hard to get everything right for next year, reflecting a broader sense of optimism within the driver ranks. Yet, as GP fans and F1 oversteer point out, Perez's comments underscore the ongoing challenge of balancing immediate performance needs with long-term strategic goals. As teams prepare for the Belgian Grand Prix at Zandvoort, the spotlight on Aston Martin intensifies. The team's decision to debut their upgraded Honda engine here is seen as a calculated risk. Zandvoort offers both a significant test and a chance to demonstrate progress in a high-profile setting. Motorsport.com notes that this move signals Aston Martin's commitment to addressing current issues while laying the groundwork for future success. The development of the AMR27 chassis, set to debut in 2027, is equally crucial. According to sources quoted by the Judge 13, Newey's team has been working closely with Honda since early this year to ensure that the car and engine work seamlessly together. This collaborative approach aims to prevent the kind of integration problems that plagued Aston Martin during the transition from the 2026 regulations. Despite the optimism surrounding the AMR27 project, questions remain about its immediate impact on the current season. Planet F1 reports that while the team's architectural decisions for the new car are largely complete, translating these concepts into tangible performance gains is a complex process. This underscores the delicate balance between long-term strategy and short-term results. The rumored power unit upgrade from Honda has garnered significant attention in both media circles and the paddock. While official statements from Aston Martin and Honda remain vague, Motor Biscuit's analysis highlights the skepticism surrounding the claimed 40-50 bh28's performance boost. The lack of concrete evidence leaves room for doubt, with many insiders suggesting that actual gains may be more modest. As F1 Oversteer points out, Adrian Newey and his team are not alone in facing challenges. Other constructors are also grappling with the complexities introduced by the 2026 regulations. This broader context highlights the systemic nature of the issues plaguing teams this season. However, Newey's reputation for innovative engineering means that any significant breakthroughs from Aston Martin could have wide-ranging implications for the entire F1 landscape. The media coverage around these developments underscores the intense scrutiny under which teams operate in contemporary Formula One. While sources like GP Fans and Planet F1 focus on the technical details of engine development, Yahoo Sports emphasizes the human element, Newey's leadership, and his ability to navigate the challenges facing Aston Martin. In a broader sense, the story of Aston Martin's journey through the 2026 season serves as a case study in how teams adapt to rapidly changing regulatory environments. The interplay between power unit performance and chassis design is critical, with both aspects needing to be optimized for success under new rules. Newey's approach, blending technical innovation with strategic foresight, exemplifies this process. As the season progresses, the team's efforts will continue to face scrutiny. Yet, the underlying hope is that by combining Honda's engine upgrades with the architectural refinements of the AMR27, Aston Martin can transform its fortunes and emerge stronger for 2027. This transition period is crucial not just for Aston Martin, but also for understanding how teams navigate one of F1's most dynamic regulatory shifts in recent memory. The interplay between Newey's strategic vision and Honda's engineering prowess will be closely watched as the season unfolds. With each passing race, the narrative around Aston Martin's resurgence becomes more complex and compelling, reflecting both the technical challenges and the human drama that characterize Formula One at its finest. As F1 enters a new era defined by rapid technological evolution, the story of Aston Martin's journey from struggle to potential breakthrough encapsulates the spirit of innovation and resilience that drives this sport forward. The coming months will reveal whether Newey's vision for the future can overcome the current challenges and set a new standard in Formula One. In the meantime, the ongoing saga at Aston Martin serves as a testament to the intricate dance between technology, strategy, and human endeavor in one of the world's most competitive sporting arenas. In the midst of speculation and skepticism surrounding Aston Martin's prospects for 2026, Adrian Newey's optimism about the team's future remains unwavering. He views the AMR27 as a cornerstone project aimed at solidifying Aston Martin's competitive standing from day one under the new regulations. However, this long-term vision is not without its challenges. The rumored power unit upgrade for Zandvoort has become a focal point of debate within the paddock. While some sources claim that Honda's improvements could bring a significant 40-50 bhp and an estimated 0.8 seconds per lap, others argue these figures are exaggerated. Yahoo Sports and MotorBiscuit in particular have raised doubts about such dramatic gains being realistic. This uncertainty leaves many questioning the true impact of Honda's new engine. Moreover, the relationship between Adrian Newey's criticism of the AMR26 design and the perceived shortcomings of the Honda power unit is a contentious topic among pundits and experts. GP fans reported critical commentary from Peter Windsor, suggesting that while Honda faces scrutiny for their initial performance, much of the responsibility lies with Aston Martin's chassis development under Newey. This tension reflects broader debates about leadership roles and accountability within Formula One teams. The FIA's stance on potential intervention to support Aston Martin further complicates this narrative. According to F1 oversteer, some have characterized Newey's public statements as attempts to exaggerate Honda's engine issues in order to gain sympathy or leverage from racing authorities. However, the FIA has made it clear they will not intervene directly to aid the team, indicating a measured approach towards managing such disputes. Despite these challenges, Aston Martin is forging ahead with their ambitious plans for 2027. According to reports from GP fans and Yahoo Sports, Newey's vision of a more mature Aston Martin aligns closely with ongoing discussions about optimizing the AMR27's design. This long-term strategy aims to address past mistakes by focusing on comprehensive car architecture rather than piecemeal fixes. In preparation for the upcoming rule changes in 2027, Aston Martin is exploring innovative solutions like shifting the engine position and refining suspension concepts. These architectural decisions reflect a proactive approach to avoiding last-minute scrambles seen during the transition to the current regulations. Sergio Perez's comments also underscore this commitment, highlighting the team's dedication to continuous improvement. However, the exact extent of these improvements remains speculative. While internal estimates suggest a potential 0.5 second gain per lap, no official confirmation from Honda supports these figures. The lack of concrete data and conflicting reports make it difficult for observers to gauge the true impact of Aston Martin's ambitious plans. Furthermore, the ongoing debate between Newey and critics regarding the AMR26's shortcomings highlights the complexities involved in balancing engine performance with chassis design. This dialogue within the paddock serves as a reminder that Formula One remains a highly competitive arena where every detail can make or break a team's success. As Aston Martin gears up for future challenges, it becomes evident that their journey is far from over. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether their strategic decisions and technological advancements can turn around their fortunes. With the Zandvoort upgrade approaching and the 2027 regulations on the horizon, all eyes remain fixed on Silverstone as they continue to push for a breakthrough. In summary, while Aston Martin faces significant hurdles, particularly with the AMR26's performance issues, their long-term plans reveal an ambition to reclaim competitive standing. The interplay between engine upgrades and chassis optimization continues to shape the narrative around their future prospects. As the team navigates these challenges, the upcoming races will serve as key indicators of their progress towards a more promising horizon in Formula One. The ongoing uncertainty surrounding Aston Martin's performance in the 2026 season underscores a broader narrative of adaptation within Formula One. The team's reliance on their partnership with Honda is palpable, yet the extent to which this alliance will rectify past shortcomings remains debatable. As teams across the paddock grapple with regulatory changes and technological advancements, Aston Martin stands at an intersection where power unit revisions meet aerodynamic shifts. The additional fuel allowance, energy deployment adjustments, and subtle yet significant chassis modifications present both challenges and opportunities for Newey and his engineering team to innovate. These changes are seen as a reset of sorts, offering all teams a chance to reassess their strategies and close the gaps that widened during the tumultuous 2026 season. The proposed aerodynamic rule shifts, particularly the controversial T-tray adjustment moving the leading edge of underbody planks back by 300mm, have stirred debate within the paddock. This change is expected to impact downforce generation and airflow dynamics, potentially altering the competitive landscape further. Teams like Aston Martin are actively re-evaluating their aerodynamic packages in light of these upcoming regulations. Amidst this backdrop, the introduction of a more powerful Honda engine at Zandvoort marks a critical juncture for Aston Martin's immediate prospects. The team's leadership, including Adrian Newey and his compatriots, view this upgrade as pivotal to salvaging their season. However, skepticism abounds regarding the magnitude of performance gains promised by Honda. Industry insiders suggest that while the theoretical improvements are substantial, with projections ranging from 40 to 50 bp to a potential lap time reduction of around half a second on high-speed tracks like Monza, the actual benefits might be more modest. This discrepancy reflects the complex interplay between engine performance, chassis integration, and overall vehicle dynamics. The tension between Newey's optimism regarding Aston Martin's forward strides and external critiques about his team's recent struggles highlights the internal challenges facing the organization. The FIA stance, as reported by sources like GP Fans and F1 Oversteer, adds another layer of complexity to this narrative. Their refusal to intervene on behalf of Aston Martin suggests a reluctance to mitigate perceived shortcomings through regulatory adjustments.